Welcome to the Deal Insider podcast. Today we are sitting down with Howard Conyack, CEO of JoyJam. Howard, nice to meet you, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about JoyJam. It's very interesting, and tell the audience, I guess, a little bit about what you guys are trying to do and a little background about it.
Yeah, sure. We'll start at the top here. The music industry has really evolved. The measure of success has really changed. Independent artists who make up 95% of the market, they no longer seek record label deals to be successful. And music fans today struggle to easily find and connect and support their favorite artists or find new talent. What artists want nowadays, and independent research has backed this up, they want authentic engagement. They want to build the ideal fan base. They want promotion and monetization of their talent. And existing platforms out there, like the social media platforms, don't support their needs. We solve these problems by giving the artist control over the discovery, their promotion, monetization, and also their fan engagement. And our whole model is really devoted to supporting and promoting independent artists for the enjoyment of the fans. Now, we're attacking this in a few ways. We're not just an app. We're doing the music discovery app is where we're starting, but we're going to have a business outside of the app, which is local live events, because it's all about promoting the artists. And these artists don't have the infrastructure to hire event train people, do the ticket sales, all that stuff. We're going to manage that and do micro events around the country, around the globe, and then eventually bring it to a TV streaming service in the near future, kind of like a Netflix, where you can go on the TV and actually search for a genre you want or a talent you're looking for and watch that. So we give a whole 360-degree interface for these artists. And our mission is really to empower fans and independent artists by reclaiming the power of discovery and enrich the fan experience. That's basically, our pitch. It's unique. Others have tried, aspects of it. There are a lot of point solutions out there, but none at the caliber of what we're going after.
Got it. Walk me through the revenue model, in terms of how that's going to work out for you guys.
Yeah, our revenue model, we leverage a few options. One is monthly subscription for the creators to get on the platform. We're going to do obviously advertisements and again the local events that we were just talking about. But as we grow, we will explore affiliate marketing, merch sales, and sponsorship opportunities. One thing we're not doing is revenue sharing on the creator economy. The creators can go out there and we give them a few monetization tools. They could do monthly subscription to their content, pay-per-view to their content. They can do tipping. Fans can do tipping. And one of the unique things about our platform is we're a music-centric platform. We don't allow non-music content on the platform. And that seems to be the biggest problem with visibility of other social media platforms for artists. We only allow music creators to post. We are not a social media platform, but a music discovery platform, as we say, because once you say social media, both sides can post and interact that way. And we're really trying to make this a real music centric by only allowing them. We also don't have any hindering algorithms that control content reach and whom content is shown to. That's another issue with the current social platforms for artists. We have a feature-rich platform designed to give the tools, like I was saying earlier, to control, promote, and monetize, artist brand. We also have, like I said, multiple monetization options: the subscription, the pay-per-view, the tipping. One of the other big things is on the user experience, the fan side. We allow fans to create a tailored experience based on their personal preferences. It's not algorithm-driven content. They can easily find and connect and support new talent with a filter-based system. So it's very easy to get to the information or the content they want without algorithms interfering. It's really a fairer system of content discovery and promotion is what we've built. And one thing we didn't talk about yet is the market size. I mean, the market is twofold basically here. One is the independent artists, the other is the fans. The independent artist market is expected to grow to almost 198 million by 2030. So that's like a 12% year over year growth rate for the next few years, which is incredible. And we're planning on using, traditional social media advertisement to reach the artists, influencers and partnerships, user-generated content. Again, the local events. A lot of the local events will go start with the big college towns because that's the age group that we're looking for to promote this.
Got it. I know a big concern from an artist perspective, and it's a big thing that's out there is controlling their masters. So, for instance, if an artist does, post some songs on there and this and that, how does that work? In terms of controlling masters.
Well, that comes down to the licensing aspect of the platform. We did, one thing I've learned, and I'll get into this when I talk about my background, but you put the right people in the right place and you hire the right talent. It's one of the most important things. And I went out and I found one of the top entertainment attorneys in the industry that is behind us, and we are coming up with the strategy to get the PRO licensing, all the publisher licensing that we need. It's quite expensive. It's not cheap, but it's needed. We have our DMCA, that's the takedown policy when there's copyright infringement and things of that nature. So we're buttoned up on that side. That's one thing I've learned in my life. Always protect your business and look for the risks and make sure you have those covered. So knowing that, I think we're in good shoes. We also went out on the social media and influencer. We hired one of the top influencer companies in the nation that is going to be helping us with that aspect of it, and also with the content, the creation of the content, the ads. We hired a top company that's very successful in creating really funny and creative ads. So putting those two together is going to be a great combination. My experience, look, I've done this before. I'm an experienced entrepreneur that loves innovation and solving big problems. I'm a disruptor. I did it in the mortgage tech business. Prior to doing this, I was a startup that became a market leader, and we won many industry awards. I raised over $30 million with private equity firms, so I know what private equity firms look for in the type of reporting and managing a board. I was a chairman of the board. We did big accomplishments. We created and supported the Costco Finance platform. I don't know if the mortgage tech platform. And I built the revenues to over 70 million and exited netting shareholders over $185 million. So it was a great success. And I'm working with my prior chief technology officer, Alan Pollock. He went on after this exit and did another successful exit with a mortgage loan origination system. So it's like I'm putting a band back together here, and we work together, which is nice to get back together.
So, obviously you have a huge niche in the sense that it's not your traditional social media company. So you can't really compare yourself to, any of the other social media companies that are out there. What do you think is the biggest competition out there for JoyJam?
The biggest competition, I would say, is educating the market on how we differentiate ourselves. It's going to take some time to do that. The excitement that we have, anybody we've come across that we bring this up, it's like, this is so needed. This is going to be totally different. When is the app going to be live? I didn't mention earlier that, I'm the seasoned executive, but I'm not the founder. The founder is my son. I retired a couple of years ago when I sold my company, and he's been telling me for 3-4 years, Dad, look at the problems. This is a problem, because he's an artist himself, an independent artist. And, he's got, a bunch of songs out there on Spotify and some record label deals. but you can never get the fan engagement, direct fan engagement, and the visibility. And I said, look, I'm not building another TikTok, son. That's not what we're going to do here. And he's like, no, it's not a TikTok. And he kept hitting me. Finally, I opened my ears and I listened and I saw all the research. And I'm like, wow, there's a real opportunity here that nobody's going after. And it's great that over the summer, independent research came out, and I can get you that report that basically says exactly what we're going after. And I really looked at my son and I said, wow, you hit the nail on the head with this one. And the timing of that article was great. So I said, all right, let's throw some money on the table. I put up all the seed money. He designed the app and the user interface. We hired the company to build it. We're in the build phase. It'll be done probably in the next 30 days, 30 to 45 days. We're going to be rolling out a beta. We've got the operational infrastructure and support of the business being done for the creator economy, corporate branding. We did a lot. It's one of the things I've learned to be capital efficient, because when you waste money and you need to go get more money, you dilute yourself down. So that's one thing I'm very aware of and tuned into, is being capital efficient. Um, so the investment funds that we're really looking for now are for sales, rollout, advertising, team building, and things of that nature. It's not for research and development and whatnot. But we have a group of people. He's in the music industry, and he has a lot of friends and connections he collaborated with, that we have beta users lined up. They've seen a lot of the app already, and the feedback's amazing. They already changed a few things, which we had to go back to the drawing board and add, which is good. But I think we're ready to go.
Great. What do you project the company to do in the next 5 years?
Yeah, our projections, we're trying to be conservative. You never know the scale of something like this. It could take off and, overnight it's a huge success, or it could take a few years to build the brand identity. Like I said, educate the user base. But we're looking, I would say, by 2028, 30, $40 million in revenue. And then a lot of that is, recurring revenue. And that's just based on the subscription and advertising. That's really not baking in a lot of events. We're going to model a lot of those things to get those very efficient and production line, because there's a lot of artists that are going to want to do their local events and get that exposure. So that's that. We're going to model that and really understand that more. So this year, one of the things with launching startups is you can't do too much at once. You have to really focus the money on modeling for scale, and that's what we're going to be looking to do. So I built in, I looked at the best case, the worst case, and the mid case, and I posted the mid case financials.
Got it. Aside from, I know obviously the biggest challenge is going to be educating the user in terms of the platform and the interface and, all of the features that you have. Are there any other major challenges that you think you would experience as you grow this business?
There's always challenges. There's some that, you won't realize until they come up, and then you got to solve for them. I don't have a crystal ball on what the market's going to look like in the future. Nobody does. I've been there before. I walked a company, a mortgage tech company, through the 2008 crisis. There were some strategies that I did that my competition didn't, that really kept me alive. And it became a crate strategy that it really expanded the business. But that was a scary time, driving a mortgage tech company through the crash of the mortgage industry in 2008. So I learned how to adopt, to reassess the expenses. As things come up, I see the education of the market. I see competition popping up and not understanding the difference between what Spotify does and what we do. As we advertise, we'll start making our mark on where we are differentiating ourselves. And we really want to do a lot of grassroots outside the app marketing, and with the local events, the micro events, and things like that. That'll get a lot of publicity.
Mhm. Spotify, you obviously mentioned Spotify a few times. They made a huge dent in
Mhm.
terms of being an application for a lot of up and coming artists. What do you think the biggest differentiator is, between JoyJam and Spotify?
Yeah, we're more of a we have more social media music discovery on video versus they're a DSP and playlist. We're not a DSP or a playlist, um, and things like that. So um, that's how I think we're going to differentiate ourselves is just being out in the market and being more of an entertainment than just a social platform for posting content.
Right. Now, obviously, right now, you're at a point where you're 30 to 45 days launching the beta, currently out there looking for some capital. What does an ideal investor or partner look like for JoyJam?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. The ideal one would be someone that knows the industry. Money's money, but money and connections is another thing.
Mhm.
I like strategic investments, somebody that understands the industry that can help mold it, help bring opportunities to the table, and not just somebody that's looking to invest money and not have any of the other value adds that could come with a strategic. So that's really what we're looking for. But if it comes down to none are interested, and the only thing on the table is angel investors that want an opportunity, um, we'll look at that.
Great. Well, Howard, thank you for sitting down for us, and we look forward to the rollout of the JoyJam application in the next 30 to 45 days. Thanks again.
Thank you.